Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's been a hot minute since I have done a read, okay? Now, I did do a read regarding the moon that will be in Aquarius, okay? The end of July. I think when I replayed the video, I think I said June, but that was by mistake. Honestly, I meant the end of July. So anywho, here we are. Okay. I've had this channel probably, I don't know, I'm thinking since 2021, but it was at the end of 2021, something to that effect. And I'm basically a closet tarot card reader. Okay, I've been reading cards for many, many years. Okay, I'm not going to say how old I am, but due to the title of my channel, that should tell you a whole lot. Okay, because the name of the channel says Blue Ridge Living After 50. That should tell you something. I have been doing this for many, many years. I don't do it often, but when I find that it's important to do so, I will do it. Okay? Now, I will be focusing actually on year 2027. I know that sounds like it's far away, but actually it's not. It's not that far away. Okay? So, I'm a mid-year, a little over mid-year of 2026, which is in the year of the horse, the Chinese zodiac, the horse. Coming up for 2027 will be the fire goat. Now that's very significant. When you add up the digits for 2027, that is an 11, and an 11 is a spiritual number. Okay, it's a divine number, but because it's fire, goat, Chinese zodiac, because the elements change over the year, with this being said, the fire goat comes around only once every 60 years. Okay? I know daggone well I'm not going to be here 60 more years. Okay, so I find this very significant. I honestly believe and feel that there are lots of things about to change or occur, okay, right near the end of 2026 and going into 2027. Let me chime in the energy right now, okay? With a frequency vibration fork. Okay? Take 3 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Ready? Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. That's absolutely wonderful at clearing the energy and stagnant air. I'm using my old vintage rattle. Okay? They're actually they're rattlesnake tail pieces in this, and this is made from a hoof. Okay, it's very old. It has a lot of energy. My lineage is Native American. Even though my skin is white, trust what I say, I'm Native American. Okay, I have Native American heritage. And I've always been in this, how do I say it? I'm always doing things with nature. Okay, let me just give you an example. If I find a animal skull or bones, I always utilize or do something with it. Okay, I do know how to taxidermy things. Okay, I have taken a bear foot or paw, whatever you call it, and I turned it into a boot. I took an empty turtle shell I just found at random, and I turned it into a pocketbook. I'm heavily into herbs and natural remedies. Okay, I love stones and crystals. Okay, I'm always looking for a natural way or solution. I've been this way all of my life. I love turquoise. I love the color of turquoise. And Native Americans, especially Cherokee, they absolutely represent the gemstone turquoise. Okay, I feel like I've been talking for a hot minute. So let me ring a bell. Okay. Let's find out what the messages are. I'm going to use a variety of tools to decipher the year 2027. I'm going to roll some dice. Now these dice I have are, it's called Bakelite. If you're as old as I am, you will know what Bakelite is. Bakelite is not used anymore. Okay, today in today's society we have plastic, but these are Bakelite dice. So let's roll the dice and see what we get here. Okay, I have 2 5s and 2 3s, and a lonesome 1 over here off to the side. 2 5s is a confirmation and 2 3s. And by the way, these dice have never let me down. They have never let me down. Okay. When you add these up, that's a 17. That's a 17. But the number 7 is significant. So, you could, let me see, I'm trying to think it through here. Well, that's a 6. You know, I could be speaking about, you know, the remainder of the year 2026, but because it's coming up to a 17, it's definitely relating to, even though the number 27 is not here, it's still relating to 2027. Now I'm going to do this 3 times, okay? Let's see here. We have 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, something is about to go down here. Okay, maybe over the next 3 months. Like October, November, December of 2026. Okay, something is about to go down. 6, 5, 4, 3. It's countdown. Especially during the last 3 months of 2026. Now, one more time. 3 is a charm. Let's do it. We have 10. There's a 3, a 2, and a 1. Yeah, it's countdown. It's countdown. Absolutely. And because those are 3 dice there, especially during the last 3 months, we're going to see a lot of stuff. Okay, whether that be something related to our president, okay, our environment, our economy, celebrities, what have you. It's something over the last 3 months. And because I'm seeing 2 5s again, it could be talking about the month of October or day number 10. Day number 10 is very significant. Now, I just saw 10 on the clock when I said that. So something is significant here about the number 10. Like I said, 10-10, the 10th day, the 10th month, something like that. All right, let's see what else we get. This might be a long read because I'm using different tools to decipher. Let's get my shells out and see what's what. Oh my, okay. I have no's that are inverted, so that is a yes. Let me pull them up here. Okay. I have 4 no's all inverted, so that is a yes. Let's do this 3 times. Same thing. I have 1 yes, and the other no's are inverted. Look, I kid you not. Okay, so 3 yeses is a confirmation. All right. I can't make this up. Let's see what else. I'm going to pull out some letters. Got to find my... Yeah, let's do that. Let's do some letters. All right, here we go. I'm just going to pull out some random letters, okay? And let's see, because it's 2027 that I'm talking about, I'm going to pull out 11 numbers. How about that? I need to start counting, actually. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, I have 2 H's. There's something significant about the letter H. Okay, something significant here about the letter H. Okay, I have N, A, L, 2 H's, R, T, that might be someone's initials, G, J, V, and N. Okay? Something is significant about these initials. Okay? These might be, hold on. I have 2 N's, my bad. This is a Z. I am so sorry. So I have, my bad, I have Z, A, L, 2 H's, R, T, G, J, V, and N. Some of these initials are states. Some of them. Some of these initials could be the names of people or the last names of people. Okay? Alright, we did that. I'm going to put these away. I'm going to pull out some charms, and I'm going to pull out 11 charms. They're in a bag. I'm not looking. I'm just going to pull them out. Okay? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on, I gotta get a few more. 10, 11. Okay, I pulled these just random out of the charm bag. Okay? I have a mixer, a hand mixer. What's cooking up here? Something's cooking up. The sun. This is representing the fire energy of the goat. I kid you not. And the color of it is red, actually. It's going to be a red goat. Alright, I have a wrench. So we need to work on a lot of things, or something's being worked on with the wrench here. Okay, this looks like a star. We are in the age of Aquarius. There's a star here, a sword. Okay, something cuts like a knife, a serpent. Okay, that can be seen as Baphomet. A shovel, a little hand shovel. Okay, what do we need to bury or dig? It's about relationships. There's a little girl, a little boy. We have the Pisces fish, using your intuition. We have the good luck symbol. We have a horseshoe and a 4-leaf clover here. And we have an eagle, which represents the United States, the U.S., and our liberty. Okay. Let me get some cards out and see just what's what, because that's what we're waiting on. Alright, Spirit, tell me more. Spirit, tell me more information about 2027. Happy, happy, joy, joy. You know, that was a Ren and Stimpy show. And that's honestly all we want. You know, the new American dream now no longer applies to owning a home. It's actually peace and peace of mind. That's the new American dream. Okay? And I've got what's the safe word at the bottom. Okay? Alright, Spirit, tell me more about 2027. Please give me some messages for year 2027. Terror and turmoil. And something won't let up. Yeah. Terror and turmoil are definitely on the horizon. It's not the same world that we live in. And nothing has been the same since 2020, to be perfectly honest. There's something bigger coming on the horizon here, and it won't let up. More and more every day we're hearing about data centers and things like that that are not good for our environment. Okay, it takes away the land, it takes away the water, it makes energy costs go even higher. But there's something bigger that's on the horizon. Terror and turmoil. Let me clarify that with a couple of other cards. Tell me more, Spirit. We are absolutely in our feels right now. There's Queen of Cups there. That's Beyonce. Four of Wands. Okay. That's Janis Joplin. I think she represented fire energy, but I'm uncertain of her Chinese zodiac sign or her zodiac sign. I'd have to look that up. But Four of Wands talks about the home and the family and what's going on. But actually a lot of people are concerned and worried about their financial stability. All of these jobs and everything are, they're taken away every single day. And I believe by 2028, supposedly, allegedly, there will be at least 600,000 jobs taken from Amazon, allegedly, and replaced with either AI or robots. Every time, I'm just going to be real, but what I'm saying here, every time I see data centers, and especially the ones that are so large, my thought process is from the movie Terminator with Skynet. Skynet was always on the ground. They were never in space. I understand there's this someone that's a billionaire or trillionaire that wants these data centers in space. Okay? Yeah, I'll say it like that. Alright, Spirit, tell me more. Clarify Terror and Turmoil. 2 fell out for 2 cards. There's John Lennon and Beyonce. Yeah, we are so, I hate to say it, screwed. John Lennon is no longer with us. He was a Libra, and I believe Beyonce is a Virgo. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so John Lennon is October, and Beyonce is September, Virgo. Interesting. Do I need to put them like this? That number 10 is very significant. Even though this is 6 of Cups and this is Queen of Cups, John Lennon is an October Libra. There's something significant about to occur or happen October of 2026. Why? Because there's a 6 there. Okay? That's why. 6 of Cups is talking about our past. So, obviously, there's something reflecting here about the past that will, linger or carry through to 2027 with this 6 here. I can't make this up. I just need to pause here for a second. Let's get a bit more information. I'm going to put these away. I'm going to pull these other cards out again. Alright, Spirit, tell me more about 2027 that is to come. You think it's far away, but it's actually not. And time is speeding up. I'm not the only one noticing this. Time is actually speeding up. And you're thinking, well, how is that or why is that? Well, the center of the earth, the magma, the core, is actually failing. Okay? The center core is actually failing. And with that happening, it's messing up our seasons, but it's also messing up nature out here and animals to migrate and things like that. So our core is actually failing. In my fields, yeah, we're absolutely devastated. People don't know, at this point, they don't know what to do. They're wondering if their job will be cut. They're wondering how are they going to live or survive, especially if more data centers pop up just randomly everywhere. And why is it so much security at these places? Like, the security is so tight. I mean, addictions here. Yeah, it's going to be more and more people that could fall victim to this. You know, they just want to opt out or not be here anymore, per se. Yeah, something like that. Rage and rebel. Well, there's going to be, people are going to lash out. They're going to lash out and speak their mind. They don't want more data centers. They just want peace of mind and they want a job. Okay? But let me get a few, wow, it says walls and boundaries. That's what's being put up with these data centers right now. Okay? But let me get some cards to clarify these. There's Kanye. He's a Gemini. There's going to be lots of decisions here made. You know, he's a Gemini, and this is Two of Cups here. It's going to be a lot of decisions made about these said data centers. Look at that, 10 of Swords, another 10. That's Debbie Harry from Blondie. I think she's a Cancer, which makes her in her feels. Alright, Spirit. Clarify addictions. And clarify rage and rebel. There's Stevie Wonder, Jimi Hendrix. Let's get one more. And Lady Gaga. And there's James Brown. My goodness. Okay. Let me move this out the way so you can see the cards better. Okay. So clarifying addictions, we have Jimi Hendrix, which is a Knight of Swords. We have Rage and Rebel, clarified by Stevie Wonder, Ace of Cups. And we have In My Feels with 5 of Cups. Jeez Louise. This card clarifies this card. Yeah, we're very sad. We're very depressed. We are at our wits' end. At the end of 2026 and going into 2027. I mean, are we going to cut our nose off to spite our face with all of these said data centers and things coming out and more people losing their jobs? People are just they're going to lose it. They're going to lose it. And because that's an R there and that I had an R with those initials, that could mean that as well. Okay? But as I said, the year of the goat is red. Again, another R word. Okay? You know, to be perfectly honest too, people are not the same anymore. In fact, you know, people are so angry and upset that anybody you talk to or anything, they're quick to, you know, react or go off. That's because they're just fed up. So I'm getting that there's no love. And because Stevie Wonder was blind, we're blind to that anymore. We have become socially distant as well. We don't know how to socialize anymore. We're so dependent on our phones and everything else. So we're blind to love, Ace of Cups. Or there's no love. I'll say it like that, there's no love for 2027. I hate to sound doom and gloom, but this is what's coming out of cards. Jimi Hendrix is the Knight of Swords to addictions. If I'm not mistaken, did he have something like that, allegedly? You know, he was the only guitar player that played, he was left-handed, but he had a right-handed guitar, and he would flip that guitar in order for him to play it left-handed. I kid you not. I just now heard the left hand washes the right hand. So in order for him to play or to function, he had to make do. So people are going to make do some way, somehow. And to be honest, we might actually go backwards. We might actually go backwards. People don't want subscriptions running their life. I mean, we have the kill switch now in vehicles, and just about everything comes with, supposedly, allegedly, a subscription or subscription base. They're getting rid of it. I mean, do you actually own anything anymore? So we could actually revert back. We could go back to like the movie Mad Max. I mean, those sort of people. I'm going to get some final messages here about 2027. Alright, Spirit, final messages. We're about 32 minutes out. You know, people are trying to just laugh it off or brush it off. But honestly, they know they're in trouble. They know they're in trouble. They don't know what to do. People are impolite and disrespectful and rude, just like I said. Okay? Alright, Spirit. Tell me more. It's too much hate out here, absolutely. There's not enough love. Somehow we've lost love. It's a lot of confusion out here. This is the world we live in. Wow. Phil Collins. And these are the hands that are given. I just now heard that song. I got chills down my spine. If you go back to the 80s and watch that video, it has Reagan in it and so forth. More information, Spirit. Who's mature? Yeah, who's mature here? Hush. They want us to be quiet. Okay, they want us to be quiet. And it's not known right now. It's not known about the future. The future is uncertain. Okay, we don't give enough thanks. There's not enough love here. Yeah. Wow. And someone needs to speak up and tell the truth. Jeez Louise. I feel with this Who's Mature card here, this has a direct effect on our younger people here. Okay? And they actually want us to be quiet. They don't want us to speak up and say anything about these said data centers taking over, and more jobs are being lost. They just want us to act like we don't see it. They want us to be quiet. And it's definitely not known about the future at this point. I'm going to get some cards to clarify that. Joni Mitchell, wow. Alright, Spirit, clarify who's mature. Who's mature, Spirit? Wow, we have here a King of Swords. That's the president or someone in charge here. Alright, Spirit. Who's actually mature? Or is this talking about the younger generation? We have here Five of Swords. That is Aquarius energy. Three of Diamonds, that's Three of Pentacles. Look at this, John Lennon again. And we got a Joker. That's a strong, strong message there. And David Bowie is no longer with us here. He's no longer with us. He was a rebel. Who's mature? I got Five of Swords. Okay, it says Patti Smith. So, what this means is, you know, this is the petty card. Petty energy, spiteful energy. I mentioned that a lot of people now are disrespectful and rude, and it's the younger generation because she's young here. Yeah, it's not teaching anything to our younger generation. It's not the same. All right, I've got the Hush card. They want us to be quiet. Okay, they want us to not see what's going on. I have the word hush, and I have Neil Young here. Oh yeah, I remember his music. Three of Pentacles, Three of Diamonds. Yeah. Now the Three of Pentacles talks about contracts, paperwork, a collaboration, three or more people, earth energy here. So this is build it and they will come. So yeah, and that's looking like a pyramid or four corners here. Yeah, they're building more and more data centers and things like that out here, and they're thinking we can just do what we want. Never mind what the people have to say. Yeah, never mind what the people have to say here. You know, he was always talking about stuff in his music. Okay, he was anti this and anti that, and he would really speak his mind. He was not somebody that you could hush or keep quiet. Okay, it's not known with John Lennon here, whom is a Libra. Again, that number 10 is significant, and we are talking about towards the end of 2026. So it's not entirely known here with this situation. You know, the future is unknown. And just so you know, tarot doesn't necessarily predict the future. You can get some ideas here and take it any which way you want to, but it does not predict the future. Okay? I learned that a long time ago. But that's what I have, about 38 minutes out. And that too is an 11, so that is a confirmation to year 2027. Anywho, I hope you all enjoyed this read. Do like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Alright? And do give me the thumbs up. Peace out.